What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with another video. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at our good friend Tezos and see what it's doing on the 4-hour, the daily, and the weekly chart like we always do, guys. If that sounds good to you, let's jump right on in to the video. As we jump right on in to the 4-hour or any beady time frame for Tezos, as you guys can see, we're kind of forming this symmetrical triangle or ascending triangle, however you want to draw it, right? So I drew it as a symmetrical triangle here, and as you guys can see, we've gotten support on this all the way back since the 4th of November, right? You guys can see how perfect this support has been, right? All throughout here, right? Multiple touches all the way through. We're just keep holding the support, and we keep getting higher lows, which is so bullish in the short term. And the same thing on the upside, guys. We're kind of keep getting rejected lower, right? Right here, lower high, and now we're continuing back up. And what I want to see here is either a breakout or a retest at the top of this and a continuation down, right? I think we're going to end up breaking out to the upside on the short term for Tezos in this triangle. And I'm going to show you, in this next chart, exactly why and why the short term is going to lead to the medium term price gains as well. So as we switch on over to the daily chart here, guys, we kind of have this weird little descending wedge pattern, right? So I extended it all the way out here just because I wanted to show you guys that we also had 2 touches on it back here. But as you guys can see, if we extend this out, we've gotten multiple bounces, multiple day bounces all throughout the bottom of this, right? So you guys can see the bottom support there, right? And on the top, we've obviously got support. We got resistance on it all throughout the top. And now we're coming back right up to retest that resistance line at the top of this, right? We're also getting squeezed by this support line that we have here. You guys can see we're perfectly holding that support line. We're getting wicks below it, but we're not getting daily closes below it, right? So you guys can see this green line is so big because it was our old bear market resistance, right? All the way back here, here, and here, right? All throughout the bear market, it was our major resistance. And now we're holding it as support. So we're kind of getting wedged right in between these 2 places, right? And what I see us happening is us breaking out to the upside here or us getting rejected at the top of this and staying in this pattern, right? Before eventually we get a breakout to the upside, right? This is all depending on whether Bitcoin goes up or down. I think Bitcoin's going to continue up and we're going to get a kind of a big correction later on in Bitcoin's cycle, probably when we reach about 17K or when we hit the all-time high. It could be either one, right? Because in the last Bitcoin bull cycle, we actually hit all-time high at the end of the 3rd year of the cycle, right? And we're coming up literally in a month and a half on that 3rd year of the cycle. So it could be very soon before we see Bitcoin hit the all-time high, not pass it, right? I'm not saying we're going to pass it, but we might hit 20K and then correct another 30-40% down to like 13,000 or 12,000. Don't be surprised if that happens, but that's going to take the altcoins up with it if that actually does end up happening. So you guys can see the daily chart we're in now. We're just in this descending wedge, which I think is going to break up to the upside on the daily chart. Now we're going to switch over, guys, into the meat and potatoes of the video, guys. The meat and potatoes, and that is the weekly chart here where we have a couple different crazy things going on in my honest opinion. So you guys can see ever since we had that in 2018, right? So this is actually a 2-year support line that we've held, right? You guys can see this crazy support that we've held since 2018, right? All throughout. Again here, again here, again here, right? We're just completely holding this purple line, and now we're getting wedged in between that green line that we just talked about, which was our bear market resistance, right? Now it's flipping as support here, right? We're getting wedged in between those 2, and we're also getting wedged in between this red line, which is very important because that was our resistance back here, was our support all throughout there, was our support here, and now it's our resistance again. So we're getting wedged in between these 3 very important key lines. And what I see happening, right, is all the time frames are going to start playing together, right? The 4-hour, the daily, and the weekly, they're all going to start combining together and playing off each other, right? So on the weekly, really, we can't really break this purple line. This is such an important line, trend line. You guys can see we had a wick below it here, but we never had a daily close below this line. I think we're going to do is we're going to keep riding this purple line up, right? Which, if we do that, that's going to bring us up past the daily chart, right? If we continue up on the weekly, Obviously on the daily, we're gonna have to continue up, right? And then obviously if we continue up on the daily, that's gonna break us out of the symmetrical triangle up to the upside. Obviously, it doesn't have to happen like that. We could get a little bit of a correction here and then bounce back up before we bounce back below this line here. So that's kind of it on the weekly chart, guys. I mean, we just have to hold this purple line, and we're gonna, I think we're just gonna start forming kind of a bounce in between here before we eventually break out to the upside again, right? Which we're waiting on Bitcoin to do that, right? And we're getting awfully close to the all-time highs for Tezos as well. The Tezos all-time high wasn't as high as some of the other altcoins. Tezos all-time high, is about that $12 mark, which I think is very attainable in the next bull run, obviously. So take a look at this chart on the weekly chart for Tezos and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about the weekly chart. We're also going to take a look at this possible bearish, the bearish scenario, which I honestly think the bearish scenario for Tezos is actually bullish as well. So you guys can see here, we've been forming, if we get a dip here, right? So from where we are right now, let's pretend we get a dip, right? And let's pretend our next support is about that $1.95 mark, which I don't think we're going to dip past below if we end up falling again, right? So let's say we get support at this 195 mark here, right? So we have this dip here, right? We have this dip here, which dipped below that. Now let's say we pump up a little bit, we get rejected again, and then we come back down and retest this, right? And then we get a nice bounce. Now what is that forming, guys? You guys can see that's going to form an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which you guys know is extremely bullish reversal pattern and something that I think could play out if the actual bearish scenario, which I like to touch on in all my videos because I'm not a moon boy, it's just going to talk about the bullish scenario. If the bearish scenario plays out, where we drop, from about 225 all the way down to less than $2, right? That's going to be a sizable dump. It's going to be like a 10-15% dump, right? But if that happens, right, and we get support where we had support back here, it could turn into be actually a bullish pattern for us, right? And it couldn't be so bad after all, where this actually could pump up higher to the upside. You guys can see this crazy arrow I just drew. That I'm not the best artist, right? I can read charts, but I'm not the best artist, so you guys can make fun of me in the comment section all you want about my artist skills. As you guys can see, they're honestly not that great. So that's kind of it on the video for Tezos, guys. Not much to talk about until Bitcoin makes this next move. I hope you guys have some more insight in the comment section below. Love to know what you guys think about Tezos and what you guys honestly think it's going to think for this altcoin, right? Tezos has big potential, obviously, guys, because it's literally just been, unlike a lot of other altcoins, right? Tezos has been on a constant uptrend, right, since 2018. You guys can see this. Constant uptrend since 2018, right? Not a lot of altcoins can say that. It's actually been in if you kind of draw like a weird thing here, you can kind of draw it like in an upwards channel almost. So, I mean, obviously we broke up a little bit past there, but not many altcoins can say they've been in an upwards channel since 2018. Tezos is one of them, right? That's why I'm pretty bullish on Tezos personally. So take it for what you will. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys haven't already, press that subscribe button down below. I know a lot of you guys aren't subscribed that watch my videos. A lot of you guys comment on a lot of my videos and aren't subscribed. If you guys have subscribed, it honestly makes my day. I love when you guys comment down below and I see have been subscribed since this, and it really makes my day. And hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day because I enjoyed my day. I just left work and now I'm gonna have a little bit of relaxed time. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.